Video series, I'm going to show you how to combine parts from different projects so you can save yourself a lot of time. So to do this, I'm going to create a clock, and I've just started a sketch to make a clock face. I'm going to select the center rectangle tool, tie into the origin point, and then dial in my dimensions. Now, I already went and made some parameters for some of the dimensions here. So I've got a thickness set to 5 and the width set to 400 and my height set to 200. Of course, I can change those later. So here's my center rectangle, snap into the origin point, and I'm going to put in my height with H, tab over, and put in my width, and accept that, and then we should have a rectangle that is the right size. I hit enter to lock that in, everything's gone black, and I have a sketch profile that I can select and extrude. That's great. I'll go back to my main work plane, and I'll extrude this up by thickness, and then over in my parameters and settings for extrude, I'll set new component and say OK, and I should end up with a component. And there it is. I'll, as always, name that so that I know what it is, and I'll go back to my sketches, and as per best practice, I will name that too. All right, now that we've got all of our housework, or just a little bit of the tidying up work done, let's start to add some more parts. I'm going to save this project. I've already got it saved in my panel over here. I'd made a project here, and I'd like to point out that when you're making your projects, go back to your home view, and of course here you can create new project, and that's what I did for this. And then into this project I saved several other parts and projects. So I've got a box that I'm going to use, and I've got a mechanism that I'm going to use as well, and I'm going to insert those into this project, and I'm going to edit them and add them to my project. So the first one I'm going to do is my mechanism. So to add that into my project, it's reasonably easy. I can just go into my folder for my project, right click the part or project that I want to add, and I'll say insert into current design. So Fusion will now add this into my current project. And once it's done, it will ask me to position it. It's kind of like a free move. You get to move it sort of, once. To do this, I'm going to go to my front view by clicking on the view cube so that I can get an orthographic view. And if I zoom in a bit, I should be able to kind of position this so that it goes right to the underside of the clock. I'll then go back to my home view, bring up top, and I can now position the mechanism kind of where I want it to show up roughly. And I'm going off the center of the shaft, it looks like, so that I can kind of position roughly in my view here. Hang on, I'll just hide my panel here so I can get that a little bit. There we go. So just by moving these around, I can get a sort of a rough idea of where I want the mechanism to be positioned. That looks okay to me for now. I will say OK, and I have now inserted that into my project. So there it is. I don't have to recreate the mechanism. It's already there, and I don't have to do anything. Now I can actually go and edit this in place, and which is really cool. I can go and edit the entire every aspect of it by simply clicking on this. We'll do this in a little while when we bring in the box. But in order to enable that, the ability to edit in place, currently you need to turn on that feature as that preview feature. And to get access to your preview features, go up to your profile and bring up your preferences. In your preferences, you will be able to turn on, in preview features, you'll be able to turn on that feature. And I've ticked the box where it says edit in place. This sort of opens up this new feature that's about to come out. And as you can see, the code here says that it's close to release ready, and it's available to everyone. So I'm able to, because it's got that little green eyeball there, I'm able to turn that on and then use it. I've already done that, and I thus have the ability to edit in place. So go ahead, do that, and then come back for the next video.